Hello everyone, this is Judith with another video. Yeah, in my last video I have talked that nothing is always is perfect, right? Or that there are things that you do not need to appreciate. And I wanted to say some things in addition to that, because it's true and it's not true, because there are two sides of this coin. We can look at it from the perspective of the divine and our inner being, our divine self. And when we look with the eyes of our soul, then everything is perfect. Everything is always perfect. But this is an enlightened perspective, so to speak, right? And then when we are enlightened, then we can see that the universe is always working in our favor and that everything is just perfect as it is because we're shown our issues, right? So it's what we see around us, what we feel, it's never wrong. So it always is perfect and God never makes mistakes, right? So that's one perspective, and sometimes on along our journey, it's very useful to know this. We say, okay, that's what I see now, or what is around me, what I feel. That's not wrong. It's exactly what is meant to be for me to realize certain things, right? And the other perspective is our our 3D ego perspective, that we have to find our way to come to this place. And along the way, of course, we have to deal with things that we don't like, that don't feel good, and then we do not know how to go about them. We do not know how to appreciate them, right? So this is something that is very important. Why is it so important? Because as I said, um, we cannot come into union with our twin flame from a place that is not in alignment with union. So we have to align with our unions first. That's just the way it is. And the good thing is that along the way we learn to align with all kinds of other things, right? You can try that. You can just try to align with all kinds of maybe smaller things, and then see how everything around you changes. Your relationships improve, right? Why do your relationships improve? I cannot tell you. To me, I've realized that this world works through magic. That's how it is. And fact is that when things shift, then you get to see the nice side of people, for example. You get the nice, and then don't try to change them back because you said, no, this person is not nice. And some people will just fall away. They will just not be in your experience anymore. They will move to a different place or go to a different job, or you will find a different job or a different place. So don't worry about how it will work out, but just the thing that, well, what is alignment, right? When I say you have to align with your union, what does that feel like? Well, your feelings really are your guidance system. So it's very important that we pay attention to our feelings. And a lot of us have shut down our feelings because of trauma, right? So some feelings might not be, we do not have access to those feelings, right? We've buried them deep down. Some people say we've built a wall around our heart, or however you want to put it, but those things, we have to rediscover them. So our feelings on one hand are showing us the way. And how do we know we are on the right path? Well, when we feel good. So, and here comes the thing with those imperfections, that I wanted to tell you more explicit, that you have the choice. If something shows up that doesn't feel good, then don't stay there forever and uh, move your thoughts in the direction of this subject all the time and feel. Then it's a vicious cycle, right? You think about this thing, then you feel bad, you think more about it. So try to break that cycle. And no matter what it is, but try to put your focus. It doesn't mean that you don't have to deal with it. Sometimes those are things in our 3D lives. We have to take practical steps. Uh, Sometimes it's other issues. Maybe you struggle with someone. Whatever it is, get your thoughts off of this thing. Do what needs to be done, right? There are certain things we need to do, and do those, right? Just write a list, write down what you have to do in relation to this, and then try to spend as much time as possible with something that feels good to you. And you will see that things are shifting. Not immediately. That's it might not be immediately, but when you remember the time when you met your twin flame, for me it was a time of almost instant manifestation. So the vibration was so high, and I think this is the case for all of us, that I experienced, and my twin did as well, instant manifestation. But there were good things that manifested, and there were really crappy things that manifested as well. So because I don't want to speak for my twin, but I didn't have mastery over that, right? I manifested just anything, and yeah, and that's a really important thing, that you are the creator of your reality. And that's something very important to learn along the journey. And I think you cannot listen enough to people who talk about this, and I cannot talk enough about this either, because it's little by little that we really get there. And this has to do, like, with realizing that what we see, what we perceive as our reality, this is something that has already been created. It's done, right? So the thing that we call future, or what we want to experience, we have to bring this into the now moment. So you have probably heard that the only thing that really exists is now. So we have to bring that thing that we want into the now. And how do we do this? By feeling good. You could also, like, there are tons of techniques, of course. I don't want to go into that, but just to know that what you see, what might be bothering you as well, that's something that you have created in the past by belief systems, um, by just yeah, by shit happens also. You just didn't know that you created those things, and then we tend to stay stuck in it, because we see what is, and then we react to what is, and we keep, like, reacting to what is, and then we never get to see anything else, right? But now with union, we really have to be, we have to to deeply understand and deeply be conscious that we create our reality, and that it does matter how we feel. That's the most important thing. And of course, we cannot feel good instantly sometimes, but we can take steps in the direction, and that's all there is to it, because there will always be something more that we want to achieve, something more that we want to accomplish. So that's life. That's how it is, right? So what's important is not to be there. It's never about that, but to move in the direction and to take steps and to be aware that you are doing it, you are creating this, you are, yeah, you're the master of this. Um, I think that's all that I want to say, and I really want to encourage you to experiment with that. Go to a place that you love. Try to feel good as much as possible. I know it can be a challenge. It has been a challenge for me. I'll talk about this another time. And not it has been a challenge, it still is a challenge, right? So I'm on the same page here with you, but um, yeah, let's find out how this works. It's really just that everything is aligning with how you feel. That's all there is to it, right? So I hope this was encouraging. I wish you a beautiful day. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, click on the link below. It's a free webinar that I've created for you to clear the energies between you and your twin flame. Yeah, and if you have any questions or want to know more about my services, you can send me an email. You find the email address in the description box as well. So, yeah, take care. I see you in the next video. Bye for now.